Hi there. Now let's picture this today. Your team receives 10,000 vulnerabilities every single day. They have hours, not days, to identify which one is the critical out of them. Imagine if they miss even a single one of them. It could be a game over for the organization, right? Yes. Hi there, my name is Shruti, and today we would be exploring the topic how AI can evolve with vulnerability management. So, traditional security teams are actually drowning today in alerts and they're struggling to prioritize what matters the most over here. But imagine if AI could help you find that one. Like it it finds the vulnerabilities, prioritizes it, and fixes the vulnerabilities for you even before the attackers can attack it or exploit it. Okay, so it's not just improving. AI is completely transforming how we detect, prioritize, and remediate these security threats. So today, organizations are majorly facing five major issues with vulnerability management. Let's explore them. Massive volume, yes. Too many vulnerabilities and too little of a time. Inefficient prioritization. Team spends efforts on low risk issues while the threat might be lurking somewhere else. False positives. Endless false positive alerts causing fatigue and missed critical flaws. Slow remediation. Patches cycling cannot match the pace of active exploits. Soiled data, vulnerability, threat, and assets. The data are often on separate systems. Now, this is where AI steps into the picture, not to replace human, but to improve the tool. What are the old ways and the new ways of vulnerability management? In an old way for vulnerability management, it was they used to scan the systems manually, analyze the alerts, prioritize the alerts, and remediate those, and then maybe verify it once again. The average turnaround time was 97 days for this. Now, AI coming into the picture, let's see how it changes the game over here. So, continuous learning with AI? Yes, AI scans your entire attack surfaces like your APIs, your containers, your endpoints. So it is using machine learning to identify maybe the things that you don't even know that they existed. Risk based prioritization. Instead of relying on the standard CVSS score, AI specifies or analyzes your specific environment in the organization. It considers factors like assets, criticality, threat intelligence, exploit availability, and your security controls. Predictive analyticals. It uses the historic attack patterns over here. False positive reduction. It scans out the noise which has been created by the vulnerabilities so that the person or the organization can concentrate on the actual vulnerabilities over here. AI just doesn't find the problems, it recommends fixes, prioritizes patches, and even automates certain remediation tasks. Average result of this, the average number of days reduced to 7 days or less. Critical threats eliminated within days or within hours. So here is the problem if we categorize it or maybe take an example. The traditional CVSS scores treated all critical vulnerabilities equally. But here's the truth: 97% of published vulnerabilities are never exploited. Your team might waste time on theoretical tasks while threats might be actually slipping away through. Now, AI empowered tools like Kenna Security, now part of Cisco Vulnerability Management, it uses machine learning to analyze. How? So, it uses real world exploit activity across the dark web, threat actor behavior patterns, your specific asset criticality and exposure, compensating controls already which are in place, data from 15 plus threat intelligence feeds, historical attack patterns in the industry, time to exploit predictions, and active exploitation trends. What's the result with this? It generates a risk score that tells you exactly which 3% of your vulnerabilities need to be addressed. Several leading platforms already leverage AI and ML to enhance vulnerability management. Let's maybe take a look at few examples. Quillis VMDR with AI ML. Now it provides a real-time risk-based prioritization and threat correlation. Rapid7 Insight VM automates prioritization by integrating exploit data and asset criticality. Tenable.io and Lumen. It uses predictive scoring to highlight vulnerabilities most likely to be exploited. Microsoft Defender Vulnerability Management integrates directly into the cloud and endpoint security deployment. Now, there are n number of tools in the market. While choosing the tools for your organization, look for integration, look for expandability with AI decisions, and a strong vendor support, which would help your organization. Ready to implement AI? Now, when you are ready, when you have selected the tool, but here are few essential tips that you need to consider. First, focus on data quality. Ensure your asset inventory, configuration data, and threat intel are accurate and unified. Garbage in, garbage out. Define your risk context. Okay. Configure the AI to understand what matters most for your organization. What are your crown jewels? What is your critical business processes? And what are your risk thresholds? So that it analyzes it properly. Integrate threat intelligence. Feed it with threat intelligence feeds, as an AI can correlate active threats with your vulnerabilities for better prioritization. Don't ignore the human element over here. AI recommends action, but humans would be the person who would be making the final call for all or critical systems. Measure the reduction in the noise. Track metrics like reduction in alert fatigues, mean time to remediation, and percentage of auto prioritized vulnerabilities. Now, this is how AI shows the impact. Automate remediation wherever possible. It can be used to patch low risk systems, generate fixed tickets, or maybe trigger security orchestrated workflows. Continuous learning. It's provide the feedback to the loops back again. When AI recommends what is right and wrong, feed that back into the system again so it improves further. Results for this? It's already here. Organizations which have implemented AI with AI powered vulnerability management, the outcomes are already out. 90% of reduction time spent in staggering vulnerabilities, 70% faster mean time to remediation, 50% reduction in exploitable vulnerabilities within 6 months, and 60% reduction in false positive alerts. It's AI is not the future of vulnerability management. It is actually the present. The question is whether to adopt AI and how quickly can you implement it to stay ahead of the threats. Maybe start small. Begin with maybe a false positive reduction case. Measure the impact, then expand it. Now, remember, vulnerabilities are discovered faster than humans can manage them manually. AI is not magic. It is a transformation of a tool. With the right tool, strategies, and the right mindset, AI can turn vulnerability management from a reactive core to a proactive approach. Sounds interesting, right? Thanks for watching.